I just watched Luton Town salvage a late draw against Stoke at the Bet365 Stadium. The game, lineup was, to be honest, as expected. Elijah Adebayo was expected to be an absentee. Chong came in to replace Elijah, and I don't know about Chong. Um, Look, we all know Lockyer said that stuff where he said some players, their heads were in the Premier League and they thought they were too good for the Championship. And the reality is they're not good enough for the Championship. Or, well, they are decent enough Championship players. And look, I don't want this to be a pile-on onto Heath Chong, but I don't think he's good enough. He has very fast movements. He moves really fast, and he looks really busy when he's doing stuff. But in reality, when you interrogate what he does, you actually look and watch what he does. He does nothing. He's not doing anything. It's just like quick moves, quick move, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't offer anything in an attacking sense. He doesn't, and especially not as a second striker. Like if you think about how many assists has he got this season, a zero, none this season. Yes, I know he was injured for a lot of it, and the whole team was playing terribly for a large part of the season. What did he do last season? He scored that goal against Liverpool, like pretty much dining off a really, really good goal that I think won goal of the season. It was a tremendous counter-attack, and it was a good goal. But, one swallow does not a summer make, and one fantastic goal does not make a good player. It still remains to this day his best performance at Kenilworth Road was for Birmingham. I'm done talking about Heath Chong, so he was the only change in the lineup leading up to this game. The first half, it wasn't as entertaining as the second half, but it was still a decent half of football from both teams. But there was no real penetration on either side. Luton started the fastest of the two teams, and Luton had a right old go. Isaiah Jones looks really up for it. Like, I love Isaiah Jones. Like, I did a video about how Isaiah Jones can be very, very important for us. And, last game, obviously, he scored a very nice goal, ghosting in the back stick. The problem is when you have players like Isaiah Jones, if he's going to be whipping in crosses, you need someone in the middle. Carlton Morris is not the one. What I noticed was whenever crosses were going in, Heath Chong would be the most advanced, and Heath Chong's so weak, he's not going to be winning anything in the air, is he? I think it was shown that the stats say he didn't win any aerials. So Heath Chong was at the front of the queue, then Carlton Morris was sort of backing him up, trying to get moving at the speed of, I was going to say greased lightning, but it's more like a greased bun, trying to get on the end of it. He wasn't getting on the end of anything. But he won his flick on Carlton Morris, I'll say that. But otherwise, he was just a red card waiting to happen. I wasn't surprised at all when he went off in the second half. Alfie Doughty went off in the first half, and it's a shame. But you know what? I feel when Alli came on, he actually offered more than Alfie Doughty. Like, I love Alfie Doughty. He hasn't quite been the same. He loves the club. That's fair, and he's committed to us for a long time. But when Alli came on, I feel he offered more going forward. And I know that's crazy. Like Alfie Doughty, he offers a lot in terms of ball delivery into the box, like set pieces. In all fairness, Jordan Clark did all right with the set pieces as well, didn't he? He tested Victor Johansson from some way out in the second half. But Alli, he is better with running with the ball. There were quite a few times when he absolutely had Stoke right back on toast, and where he scored a goal where he took two players, Jean straight past them, and with his left foot, and is hilarious as well because earlier on in the match, before the goal, Wedge in our WhatsApp group, he said, "Oh yeah, Alli just doesn't trust his left foot." Well, Alli only goes and from like a very acute angle slams one in straight past Vicky Hansen, who is a tremendous goalkeeper, by the way. Absolutely sensational goalkeeper. Slams it past Vicky Hansen into the roof of the net. Absolutely sensational goal from Alli, and hopefully we see more of him. To be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing him playing up top. I think it could work. It really could work. And a shout out goes to Jordan Clark for quite possibly the greatest assist anyone will see ever. Like if you haven't watched it, watch it back and just have a look at like the ball that Jordan Clark puts on a sixpence to Millie Alli. Like that, he meant that. 100% meant that. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant pass from Jordan Clark. Essentially, I'm buzzing. I'm happy with that. I still think there's a lot of work to do. That the way Luton Town are playing now. Imagine if we had just got rid of Rob Edwards sooner. So, Bloomfield could have come in. He's done a tremendous job, by the way. Bloomfield could have come in earlier and stopped the rot sooner. If this had happened 5 games earlier, 8 games earlier, perhaps we would have we wouldn't be in this situation that we're in now. Fortunately, this evening, Plymouth haven't played, but for the rest of them, Hull lost, which is good, sort of keeps them closer. 1 point gained on Hull, and the rest of the team sort of in that bit above us, the sort of relegation mini league, they all drew. Cardiff, they equalised last minute, and in all fairness, that meant we had to equalise as well, which fortunately we did. But this is all about realities. And fortunately for now, we have kept in touch with that pack. But we should have won this game. I'm not saying we were the better team in the game. I'm just saying factually, if we have aspirations of staying up, these are the games you have to win. You have to win the 6 pointers. If you looked at the table while Stoke were beating us, the table looked horrendous. It really did. Plymouth could have won when they play and they would have gone above us, but would have put us bottom. Whereas now, Plymouth, if they win, they go level on points with us, but they're behind us on virtue of goal difference. So that is refreshing. That is good. But also at the same time, we haven't lost ground on the teams around us. So next up is Blackburn. Just a word on Stoke's goal, by the way, a really sweaty goal. If that goal had beaten us, I would have been fuming, especially the fact that it was Lewis Baker, Luton born and bred. It just would have been very, very unfair. It would have been like a right old kick in the teeth. But fortunately, Alli steps up, he scores, and happy with that. I think otherwise, defensively, the team were very good. They were. It's up top where we're lacking. And Colton and Tahith, we need wholesale changes up top. Colton, he's just not doing it for me. And look, I've clashed many times with Ryman about Colton and what he offers the team. He's not the one. He really isn't the one. And the sooner we get to the end of the season and say thanks, but no thanks to Colton Morris, and send him on his way, let him continue his career somewhere else, I think that will be for the best. Blackburn up next. They've been on a horrendous run of form. I think they got a draw tonight, though, which is actually quite significant for Blackburn because it sort of stops the rot of them being absolutely dreadful. Pretty typical that they would hit form, get a point, stop the rot before they play us. I was asked before by Mark the Hatter, what would you accept from these 3 games, being Stoke, Blackburn, Derby? I said 9 points is pretty much what we need to stay up, and I believe that, but I said 7 points would be acceptable. And Mark the Hatter said he would have taken 7 points. Well, that means we've got to win against Blackburn. We've got to beat Derby. Derby, they just got a draw against Burnley, a very good team. I mean, they're not the most exciting team, Burnley, but, they got a 0-0 draw. What did we get against Burnley? Well, they conceded 2 goals against us, actually, and they put 8 past us. So, fair play Derby for getting that 0-0. That Derby game is going to be very tough. I think it's going to be tougher than the Blackburn game. And to be fair, we need wins from both of those games if we want to. Well, you've got to take maximum points if you want to have a realistic expectation of staying up. The hunt for survival goes on. We have to see what happens against Blackburn and then take that momentum and shove it down Derby's throats. That's pretty much what we have to do. The players know what they have to do, and I have faith in the manager. But as shown by all the teams around us winning, you just got to keep controlling the controllables. You got to win the games that are in front of you. But the thing is, we are running out of games. But we've got to stay positive and keep trying to win. Let me know what you thought of the game in the comments below. Remember, if you're watching this video, you made it this far and you're not subscribed. Why are you not subscribed already? Luton Town content, championship content, get involved, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, come on, you Hatters.